Recently, when setting up my own site using a modern static website generator, I noticed something really interesting. Even with cutting-edge tools, the system still comes packaged with categories and tags right out of the box. So what are these features really doing, and why are they still the default? Today, we are taking a deep dive into the hidden architecture behind digital publication, how we organize, structure, and connect content using taxonomies, categories, and tags. Every modern content platform, whether it's a corporate blog, a media publication, a knowledge base, or even my own site, publishes continuously. As material accumulates, we instinctively rely on standard content management system interface buttons like add category or add tag. But what are these tools actually doing under the hood? To understand them, we have to step back into information architecture. At the core is the taxonomy. It's a big word, but it basically just means a structured classification system designed to group and relate content based on shared traits. Categories and tags aren't special or distinct mechanics. They're simply named taxonomy conventions inherited from early content management system defaults. Modern frameworks let us look beyond just categories and tags. We can construct custom taxonomies, like structuring content by series, industry, framework, or user role. And in fact, the static site generator I'm using for my site lets me define my own custom taxonomies. The discipline isn't about adding as many taxonomies as possible. It's about applying the exact lenses that bring clarity to your domain. But let's get back to the defaults. When we isolate categories and tags, their execution comes down to classification intent. Categories define macro structure, answering what kind of content is this. Tags, on the other hand, act as micro descriptors, answering what specifically is this about. Think of categories as the foundational pillars supporting your platform. They represent your main navigation items and primary broad themes. Keep them highly stable. Aim for just 1 or 2 per post. And here's a quick diagnostic check. If you're creating a new category every single month, your structural system is likely broken. Now, tags, on the other hand, build your semantic graph. They're fine-grained and they're granular descriptors. You could have as many as 5 or even 10 per post. They cross-pollinate ideas across completely different categories. While categories remain fixed over time, your tags dynamically evolve alongside your thinking. Here's an easy mental model. Categories are your bookshelf labels, broad genres like sci-fi or history. Tags, on the other hand, are the index entries at the back of each book, specific terms like artificial intelligence or economic moats. If someone asks, what kind of writer are you, point to your categories. But if they ask, what specific concepts do you explore, show them your tags. This matrix sums up the governance. Categories provide broad, low-volume, stable buckets designed to build structural top-level silos. Tags offer flexible, high-volume descriptors built to resurface content and forge connections across those silos. On my own site, I have defined clear policies for what and how to use categories and tags for content. This structural distinction directly impacts discoverability. Categories point readers and search engines to your main, most important topics through big, clear paths. Tags help people find your content through very specific search terms, breathing new life into older posts by connecting them to fresh ideas. Together, they keep visitors on your site longer by showing them related posts they actually care about. Watch out for common pitfalls, using tags and categories interchangeably, bloating your site with dozens of active categories, or creating one-off orphan categories. Also, avoid using categories for people's names or chronological dates. Existing metadata already handle those better. The baseline rule of thumb for creators: exercise high restraint with categories, cap your site at 5 to 8 maximum. Maintain high flexibility with tags, leave volume uncapped, but ensure every tag represents a genuine concept or relationship within your network of ideas. When translated to front matter code, like in a static site generator, this strategy becomes explicit. Setting a category like strategy tells search engines and readers the macro intent of the piece. Defining specific tags like platform economics or long-term thinking pinpoints the exact cross-sectional lens being applied. Ultimately, taxonomy isn't about administrative bookkeeping. Intentional structure is what transforms a temporary, chronological archive into an interconnected semantic knowledge graph that compounds in value over time. Always build for the graph.